What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming to you this morning with a little bit of Destiny. And even though I'm not really playing much Destiny anymore, I still wanted to bring you guys some information since I know a lot of you guys still play the game and want to make sure I'm still keeping you guys informed about what's going on with certain things in the game. And of course, it is Friday, so Xur is back in the tower. It's time for our weekly Xur video. See if Xur has brought anything good this week. Now, since the House of come out, Xur has been for the most part rather useless, and I'm thinking this is probably planned on Bungie's part because a lot of people complained about Xur and they really don't like Xur, so they've really not been giving him much in terms of his inventory recently. So again, this week really not much of a change from that. Let's start with the Titans. You have the Mark 44 stand-asides, which are for the most part pretty much useless unless you play a lot of PvP with shoulder charge, because that is their main perk. Be somewhere else increases the duration of your shoulder charge in terms of how long it remains active, so you can run around and use it a little bit more often. It does have heavy weapon ammo to give you more heavy weapon ammo that you can carry, but in the overall scheme of things, in terms of Titan exotics, these are pretty much useless. These are at the very bottom of the pile for Titan exotics. So do not waste your coins on this unless you really want them, or unless you use shoulder charge every 5 seconds in PvP. Then you might actually like them. I'm not sure. But either way, not a buy at all for these. I would definitely pass. Hunters, you actually get a pretty good helm this week. The Mask of the Third Man, intellect roll of 110 on that when you max it out. You have increased melee attack speed, replenish health when you pick up an orb, and Arc Blade uses less super energy. This is a very good helmet for Arc Blade subclass, especially in PvP. Also in PvE, lets that Arc Blade super last quite a bit longer. One of the better hunter exotics, as the helmets tend to be. So if you don't have this, definitely pick this up for your hunter. This is really good for Arc Blade, like I said, so definitely want to grab this if you're a hunter and you don't have it yet. Moving on to the Warlock, you have Light Beyond Nemesis, strength roll of 115, which is for a Warlock. You can revive teammates faster and spawn more orbs, which is always good in the game. That's great, especially for Trials of Osiris and the new elimination mode, as well as skirmish and salvage in PvP. You can increase your melee attack speed and replenish health when you pick up an orb. Also, good helm for the Crota raid if you're running it on hard mode. So you have to think about that. The strength roll, though, is not the greatest. That's just strength is a stat you really don't want very much of in this game. This is still a decent Warlock helmet if you don't have this and you're going to be doing a lot of Trials of Osiris and also playing some elimination or other modes in PvP that allow you to revive faster. This can be a very good helmet. So that's kind of a mid-range Warlock exotic. There are definitely much better ones, and there's worse ones. You can't really do terrible with this, but it's not a must-buy at all. Moving on to the weapon, you have the Universal Remote. Now this is a unique weapon. I actually have this on Xbox and played around with it a little bit. It's kind of fun to use. This is an exotic shotgun that goes in your primary weapon slot. You have a 5-round magazine, pretty decent impact. Range is pretty bad, but you get soft ballistics, CQB ballistics, and smooth ballistics. Crowd control, kills with the weapon grant bonus damage for a short time. You get Hammer Forge to help that range, lightweight if you want some more agility, and then you've got Snapshot. You definitely want to go with Hammer Forged here. Universal Remote, range and precision damage increase slightly while aiming down the sights. This is kind of like Rangefinder or Shot Package with a little bit more damage for precision hits, and then the rest is all damage upgrades. Like I said, this is kind of a fun gun to just mess around with in both PvE and PvP. I wouldn't use it for anything seriously in the game, though. The cool thing is you can run double shotguns with this in the Crucible or in PvE, but it really doesn't have much use compared to other exotics in that primary slot. It's not something you want to use your exotic slot on, especially when you're doing harder in-game content. So, if you have the coins and you want to kind of goof around a little bit, you might want to pick up the Universal Remote, but it's definitely not a must-buy. It is a fun weapon to use, like I said, if that's something if you're interested in just having some fun and screwing around with it, and you've got 17 coins to use. Then go ahead and grab it and enjoy using it. It can be, like I said, kind of fun to screw around with just on patrols and other, easier content in the game. Moving on, he does have his exotic shard for 7 strange coins if you need some shards to upgrade those exotics to the 42 light level or the new max attack level. And then he's got exotic chest engrams once again. He had these last week, and I know a lot of people were burning through these trying to get the purifier robes. So if you weren't lucky enough to get those, you can definitely try again. And moving on down to curios, he has a scout rifle telemetry, hand cannon telemetry, and a shotgun telemetry. You have the plasma drive for a blue contrail on your rare Sparrow if you want to upgrade it, and you also have emerald coil for a green contrail on your Sparrow if you want to upgrade it. He also has 5 ammo synthesis, heavy ammo synthesis for 1 strange coin, and then you can also trade him motes of light for strange coins. But that is pretty much it for Zur. Again, pretty lackluster week for him. And since House of Wolves has come out, Zur has been pretty bad, quite honestly. He's only sold 1 new exotic. That was the Nothing Manacles, and which are kind of underwhelming, quite honestly. Some people like them. I've used them and didn't find them to be all that great. I thought they were supposed to be more like the Hunter Tracking Grenades, and they definitely didn't do that for the Warlock Scatter Grenades. So far, very lackluster couple of weeks for Zur. And I think they just want you to have to go out and play the in-game stuff with Prison of Elders and everything else in order to get some of the newer exotics in the game, which I guess is okay. But Zur has really been a big kind of letdown, and I think they're trying to do their best to phase him out completely. I don't think they really want people to be using Zur, given all the uproar Zur caused during regular Destiny and during the Dark Below. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me. Hope you enjoyed this quick Zur video this morning. Let me know if you plan on picking up any of these items. Like I said, Mask of the Third Man is probably the only must-buy this week if you don't already have it. Everything else you can pass on unless you want to grab some of those chest engrams and try to get some of the new exotics in the game. Anyways, guys, hope you're having a great Friday and looking forward to the weekend. It's Techno Viking 23, and I'll see you again next time.